Welcome. My name is Rich, and this is a laid-back Let's Play of Kingdoms of Amalur: Reckoning. Tonight, we have Canrain to clear, and then a few other places in Amara, and then we go on to Bhaile. And I think we have an excellent chance of completing the game today, or at least completing Kingdoms of Amalur: Reckoning today. In this Let's Play, I will not be making frame-perfect plays. That's not me. It is, as I said, a laid-back Let's Play. I will be taking it at my pace. I'm not going to be rushing. I will also not be trying to be completionist about things. Well, I'll try and do as much as I can, but I won't be like obsessive about completing it. Indeed, there are several quests, such as Lyria's Lost, which apparently, at least in the Reckoning version of the game, are incompletable, because at least one of the relics is unfindable. There's a bunch of other things in the tasks that are just money-making quests. There's a couple here, side quests, that I haven't quite finished. But I suppose I'll save until the end, if I still have time to fill. And maybe I'll just wander around the world looking for chests and other things to open that I didn't find as I was making my way through the first time. Other things I'll be doing on the stream include talking about things that I think the game probably drew inspiration from, or places I think the game could have been better, or things that I really enjoy. I will also tend to make pretty terrible jokes, either at the expense of the game or just in general. I may note grammatical errors in text that we find in the game also, and in general. Proceed at a leisurely sort of a pace. Lots of Prismere breaking in through here. Hammer of Night will just do extra damage at night, won't it? Damage boost, don't really care about that. Evidently, the intention is that you go around this way and then jump down here. Ooh, Master Belne. Witch Knight Anira. Don't worry about the glowing woman that you just saw. I'm sure it'll be nothing. If you could continue to ignore me. I didn't even have the right weapon out. Can't stab with a chakram. Should have checked. But in my defense, they were out, like, on the character. It's not like we had these on the character on display. It was these. Oops. It's not really a very hidden door if there's a big, you know, arch for it, I would argue. Ooh. It's not quite centered, is it? It's slightly off. I wonder why. Did they leave it here in a rush? Junk and take the rest. Geom. I had my first Pfizer vaccine today. This arm, not this one. It's a little bit sore, a little bit numb, but otherwise I feel fine.
Ah, what is this?
I am me. Emperor's just means lots of health, doesn't it? It's like 100 health, I think. We're just adding the rest of these to junk as well. How's it going, my dude? Do you want me to kill Witch Knight Anira by any chance? Oh, hey. There's another quest.
You are no Tuatha. It's been so long since I faced one not consumed with madness.
You're observant.
Gadflow keeps us here to do his bidding. Otherwise we certainly would not oblige these gruesome wishes of his. Gadflow? Ha! He was the court jester, you know, before he was king.
Yep. That has been mentioned a few times.
No, I am not. Not in the heart of my essence. And this they knew. I could not disguise my nature. So I was made to work as you see me here. Oh, what I would give to be free of this place. When Gadflow began his war, he sent his minions forth to find the finest master makers among the winter lands. When they crushed the house of Ashmore, I was dragged here and made to craft swords, greaves, and shields of Prisme.
You are a master blacksmith.
If that is what mortals call my making, then yes, I am. I would give of my work if you brought the component needed to create something new.
Nice.
The Witch Knight Anira still keeps this place, but perhaps we could create our own way to take care of that. Kill the two Tuatha overlords that stand guard upstairs. Once they are dead, bring me one of their shattered weapons from their body. You bring that to me, I'll see what I can make you. The price is free if you promise to use the weapon I forged to bring down Witch Knight Anira.
You're on.
She does Gadflow's bidding as well. You sent her here to enforce our imprisonment. If only we could free ourselves. As long as she is here, so are we.
Well, not long then.
There are two Tuatha overlords just above us upstairs. Their shift starts about this time. If you're a stealthy one, you may be able to easily sneak up on them and take them out.
Yeah, I mean, I'll give that a shot. It depends, though, on which way they're facing. Ooh, chest. I thought there'd be one here. Or I thought there'd be something. Staff of Bloodletting. Isn't that just a spear? Or a polearm? So, they're facing... Well, it looks like this guy's facing into the room. Don't know what's going on with this guy. Yep, they're facing away, which means I can stab. Oh, well, first... You saw nothing. Shattered Tuatha weapons. Nice. Don't mind me, I'm just smashing stuff. What's a Slayer's Greatsword? Oh, damage versus kobolds and Mergen. What's down here? And this is interesting. This is a combination. I didn't really think about it before, but a combination of Fey. I don't know about architecture, but design style and Arathi. So you don't usually see Fey stuff in Arathi ruins, and these are so usually you'd see them in Fey Hollows, but they usually be made out of stone. So I think that the Fey who have come to Canarain must have caused them to grow into being, and that's why they're made of wood. Back here. Oh. Some daggers, chakrams, which I think are they iron? It might be steel, but they're not terribly advanced weapons.
Who visits me here?
Your stabby friend.
For this special task, I can forge one of 3 types of weapon. I will let you choose which one suits you best. So then, which will it be?
Well, I don't use swords or staffs, so daggers of ire then.
An excellent choice, child of dust. Speak with me when you're ready to have these special daggers forged.
Go ahead.
You have returned with a shattered weapon. Now, right here, while it just... Yes. And then this goes here. And finally... Ah! Here it is. Do not forget your promise, Mormon. Use it well.
The animation there, it didn't seem terribly well timed with the dialogue.
Now you have a weapon forged with all the anger and hatred we hold for Anira. Use it to crush her. Save us from this miserable existence.
Righto. So, what are they? They're not... I mean, apparently they're made of Prismir, but they don't look like Prismir. These daggers were crafted by Master Belne of the Ashmore clan, one of the finest weapons and armour shapers in the Winter Phalanx. So, we've got our weapon socket and 2 utility sockets. The dagger's not... damage isn't great. Even compared with my blazing Prismir daggers. Quality's not amazing either, so... Bit unfortunate. I don't really have a use for Belne's daggers of ire. I'm probably just going to stick with the demon horns, to be honest. Oh yeah, I didn't add that to junk, did I? So I've been trying to find Legend of Dead Kel and Teeth of Naros to buy, so I can play on stream. Unfortunately, haven't been able to find any. They're all out of stock, not available.
You are the child of dust I heard many things about. Please, will you not end my suffering? Only through my death will so many others be saved.
Well, it doesn't have to be death. I can just kick Witch Knight Anira in the face. Do these not go beyond greater then? Do they not go into master? Recipes, which I don't really need. A few ingredients, potions, it's not really. Let's just talk.
You mean the making of potions? My kind's work is different than yours, but its nature is the same. This place was here long before even the House of Vengeance. We left it be until Godflow needed space to build and plan in secret. He put us master makers here, under the Witch Knight Anira's supervision.
Yeah. Seems like it's Arathi, which, as far as I can tell, does predate Fae, which is impressive because they've been around for quite a long time.
The people who chose to defy him were given potions of disease and sickness, wrought by my own hands. All because Godflow wanted them to fade slowly and painfully out of this world.
Well, that's shitty.
I'm so full of shame for what I have done. I will forever be making amends. So, Bhaile was able to craft you a powerful weapon. It is beautiful. All his work is. Faraglan may have something he can add to it. You should speak to him.
Ah, that'll be.
He loathes being here, and would help if it meant he could be freed of Anira's grip.
That's probably going to be gemstones, isn't it?
I think about it every day, and hope only for the best outcome. There's so much hatred and hurt. Nothing good can come of that. She can cross the magic barrier that she sleeps behind, but we cannot ever move past it to reach her. Thus, we have been unable to sway things in our favor.
Why don't you leave this way around? It's not like you're locked in this direction. Like, maybe there's a barrier this way, somewhere around here, but it's probably not that simple.
Come closer. You are not the Witch Knight Anira. Not even Tuatha Deon. Get back, child of dust.
Well observed.
Why are you down here? You are no friend to the Tuatha. What business do you have here? Speak, now!
You're a cherry, why don't you?
Ah, the deluded fool. He thinks he can deny who he is. But Bhaile will always be Tuatha.
He was pretty cogent with us earlier. It's not the behaviour of normal Tuatha.
Anira keeps us master makers here as her workers, ready to do Godflow's bidding in a blink. We'll just have to wait and see how long that lasts.
You planning something?
I am far from my home when the distance enfeebles me, like the aging of mortals. I despise it as much as I despise them. But it's my sacrifice to the god under the mountain.
So are you willingly here?
That insect ordered those like Anira to do his bidding. He lacks the dignity to take care of his own treacherous deeds. Tirnoch, our herald triumphant, our morning sun, our destiny.
So he seems to be Tuatha.
She just goes on and on and on. Always always the same thing. Wishing to die, whining about her tasks, guilt about harming innocents, and more. If you could get her to make you a useful potion, you know, give her something to do a while, at least the rest of us could get some peace and quiet for once.
Wouldn't know bad.
You see, Bhaile has managed to craft you a great weapon. I may be able to craft something helpful as well, mortal, but only to be rid of Anira. And Kiftel, well, the Prismere seems to be taking her. Not sure if there's anything to be done about that.
What a weirdo. What a weird situation
That
he's in.
is the mortal word for it, yes. We are able to assist with gems on your arms and armor, if we are so inclined. Yes, yes, murder and bloodshed, defilement and glory. Who will win, who shall suffer defeat? Seems like quite the predicament. I'm fine to just follow the saga.
So why are you so invested in Tirnoch?
The god under the mountain has made us his favored children, and decreed that children of dust are enemies. Our heart is frozen, like the ice of 1,000 winters melded together. I certainly do not appreciate her using that as an advantage over me. Imprisoned? Oh, you make me laugh, mortal, and that surely doesn't happen often here. I see you've been talking to that lackey Bhaile. Rest assured, mortal, the only reason I've yet to kill you is because I've grown tired of orders.
Yeah, that's the only reason. It's not because you would stand absolutely no chance against me. Yeah, it's because you don't want to follow any more orders. Yeah.
There is a rare gemstone I could craft, which, when socketed to the appropriate weapon, would be incredibly harmful to Anira. You, mortal, need only to bring me the ingredients. It is a small enough task. And I can see that Bhaile has already forged you a suitable weapon to which we can socket the gem.
Well, I actually have to use this weapon in order to harm Anira at all.
She gives me orders here. A powerful witch knight one would not want to cross. I do not wish to live in her shadow any longer. How can she keep us here? You get to keep that head of yours, assuming it's of any importance. And I can offer you my services in addition to helping you obtain and socket the rare gem. This is a unique gem that only one so talented as myself has the proper training to craft for you. Therefore, it will require raw Prismere shards, 3 to be exact. Bring the raw Prismere shards to me and I can create the gem.
Okie doke. Let me guess. Down this way. Yeah, seems like it. I don't know why he doesn't go and get these. I mean, it's not like they're far away or guarded by anything, as far as I can tell. Maybe, I don't know, maybe something will spring out in ambush. Like, probably sprites. Oh, hey, who are these? Tuatha. Nice. Maybe they're not allowed down here by the guards. Prepared raw Prismere. I guess I'll just junk the rest. That's an exit, it seems like. There's 2 entrances to Amora. One's down here and one's up here. And I came in through this one. Not... Oh no, did I? Did I come in through this one instead? I think I may have done. I don't remember. Oh well. I mean, it would have been a bit confusing if I'd entered through the south one on the world map, but come in through the north one on the internal map. That would have been pretty weird. But, I mean, ultimately it doesn't matter that much. Ooh, hello. Flawless flamed rivets. I've been looking for such things. Restoring bindings, nice. Lament physical shard. Inspect. Raw prismere which can be refined. Okay. Off with all of that. Is it raw prismere though? Because prismere is only red when it's been infused with magic. It's blue before that. So all of that's why I keep calling this prismere, because this is what prismere looks like when it's raw. In its natural form. It only turns blood red when you infuse magic into it. So if the pieces are red, is it truly raw prismere? Ooh, another one of these oh. Where did you come from? Thank you. It's got to be an unpleasant way to go, I suppose. Slashed to death whilst burning and also poisoned. But they're not terribly nice guys in the first place, so I find it difficult to care. Junk that and take the rest. Have the store open. Oh, there's two of them. Okay. It would not have been possible, I think, to open this from this side. Fair enough. Right then.
Oh, look! It listens well. Here, take this. You'll want to speak with Keftel over there. I cannot take her ramblings much longer. If you tell her you came to help, that should shut her up.
Oh, now she has a quest too. Cool. So, what did I just get? Faraglan's gem. This gem, crafted by Master Faraglan, can be socketed to a special weapon to aid in the defeat of Witch Knight Anira. Okie dokie. Which I can do at this table. Not clear what type. It's a weapon gem. Damage versus to Arthur. That's not great, is it? Oh, now they're showing up as purple, which is a bit weird. No, I don't think so. Well, it might be that I need to not do that yet for the purposes of this quest. It might be that slotting it or socketing it will actually be a detriment. So
Either it is finished at long last, and all is lost, or you are an assassin of remarkable skill. No matter how I have prayed for this moment, I beg you, cut me down, quiet me, send me to Ashara.
no. You seem to want to make amends for making the potions you've been forced to, which you can't do if you're dead. So, no.
The desecrations I have wrought haunt me. They addle my reveries and tear at my soul. As long as Witch Knight Anira holds her grip on Canrain, we will be forced to do the Tuatha's bidding, and that means bringing harm to others in their name. And this I cannot do any longer.
Fair enough.
Belny and Farglen both helped you, child? Perhaps with my help you could vanquish Anira. No longer would the three of us be forced to craft for Gadflow's army.
Sounds good.
The god under the mountain. Instead of worship, the Tuatha should fear Tirnoch.
Indeed. I think largely because what she's actually doing is consuming their essence instead of letting it go back to Ishara, so that she can bring herself closer to entering the world.
There is another, but I would ask it of no one. A fungus named Sorogweth grows not far from here. With it I could create a potion that would let one pass through the magical barrier Anira hides behind.
Oh, we actually do need
someone
this
were
then.
to rid us of her.
I'll go and get it.
I see your heart is set. Bring me the Sorogweth. It will be growing in a damp environment nearby.
By a pool, probably.
There are spells upon me that prevent it.
Ah, okay.
I tried once before, but the Witch Knight caught me. I have begged Farglen for his help many times, but he just laughs and spits at my feet.
What a knob. So, where are we? Over here, I assume. No? Where the hell is... She said damp environment, but there's nothing marked on the map, so I'm hoping that it's in here, just not marked. Because otherwise, I don't know where I'll need to look. Fishes. They look like koi. Fish and a jellyfish. That seems... Are the fish just there to feed the jellyfish? So we do actually need her help to get through this barrier, because otherwise we can't. And the thing we're after... No, let's go up and explore. Oh hey. He had some loot. Starter some. Okay. I'm hoping that it's outside in Amara. Because it's not marked anywhere on here. Fairgorta guarding a bunch of chests. Nice. Because the Fairgorta don't have chests anymore, they just have rib cages. Don't worry about me, chaps. Oh, I've been seen. Alright then. There we go. That's what happens. Did I just come out the top one? I did. So I entered through this one, and on the outside map, I came in through the south and ended up coming into the interior zone through the north. And then when I exited through the south door, I came out on the overland at the north door. Cool, thanks game. Did good that. Ah, there's a jump point here. I don't need to dick about running around. Or, I mean, I probably could run around through these enemies and either come down through here or around here. But, no, I'll just jump.
So these two sides are yours to choose, and the evils they put out. One to kill you without a ruse. One you're merely tools for their use. Either way, a foolhardy seat.
Ooh. Judgment. Pendant of Unbridled Rage. What's this do? Physical damage while at low health. Chance to steal 30 health per hit. Fills the bearer with rage, the better to pound their enemies into bloody puddles upon the ground. That's evocative, isn't it? The problem here, of course, is that I don't really ever reach low health. So, junk, I guess. And Judgment is a staff, which I never use. Lightning and stun duration and stun chance. So named for its ability to shock the unjust, the staff pulses with energy throughout the entire length. So let's have a look at what it looks like before we sell it. Oh, it's just a staff, isn't it? Fairly uninteresting. Now, Belny's daggers are green here, despite being purple when you go to slot something into them, which is really weird. Right. That's down here. Okay. Jump. Hello. You. How's it going, dude? Nuts. Oh, we're just close enough for her to want to have a go as well, aren't we? Right, well. Actually the direction I wanted to go in, but okay. Could you please cut that out? Adding Mergen to the issue. Oh, stop him. That's a bit weird. Wasn't about to do it. Looks like people are a little bit stuffed, eh? Let's go and help out, shall we? Don't know what Gluttony does, but I don't care. Alright, come on, you. Where he's off to. Is he finding somewhere nice to sit down and meditate? Just Gloves of the Ascendant. Oh yeah, I forgot to add the yeah, let's just add it to junk. No, yeah. Finesse. I forgot chest armor of the Ascendant. Legends say his armor is all that remained behind when the gods transported a worthy hero directly into the sky to shimmer like a star. Yes, that sounds familiar. It's not. The set bonuses aren't great though, unfortunately. Does this release the troll? I've got no idea what that did. And throw him over the cliff. And come and deal with these guys that we've just... Is he not aware of me? Not quite. I'm invisible.
That one must be stopped.
Alright,
Feed
then.
the cycle.
I much prefer dividing them up.
As the sun is to the forest, Tirnoch is to the Fae of winter. Some embraced this new god, this break from the great cycle. Others hid in the darkest of places. Gadflow spoke of Tirnoch, and the Prismere emanated its power. It is a source of magic and hatred. It no longer slumbers beneath Amethyst. The unbroken horizon of the winter is now the fiery haze of destruction.
Why would they keep Sky Blossom on a weapon rack? That seems like an odd choice. Let's see if we can get behind this troll to stab him, shall we? Or her, I suppose. Oh, come on. Fucking no! Listen, I'm sneaking up on you, you little shit. There we go. Of course, he decided to charge. Go, Bonita. Play with rocks? We can play with rocks. Huntsman's regalia. Nice. And there's a chest. Right, armor. Still has Dreadscale, but well, it looks a bit like Dreadscale. It's the right color anyway. But bunch of brown leather and spiky bits. Huntmaster is the public title often given to the chief of intelligence of a Docklefar noble house. So, not quite as much armor, but better critical hit damage. Damage with daggers and fey blades, 70 health, chance of critical hit. It's only like, it's less than 20 armor less. It's like 15. It doesn't help me regenerate, but it does increase my health and my crit chance and damage with fey blades, which is something that I am using. So yeah, I think I'll stick with this. Huntsmaster's regalia. Nice. Not to mention all the critical damage that it increases, which is quite a lot. So these are the levers which I'm pretty sure release the trolls, which I have no reason to do. I was kind of hoping that releasing the first troll from back here would have it attack the guards, but that doesn't seem to have happened at all. If there were, for example, a chest inside each of the pens, then I would consider it, but doesn't seem as though there are any reasons to let those trolls out. Oh, hey. Some more Tuatha have spawned in. I wonder whether the Tuatha would let the trolls out. I don't know.
Death is part of the cycle.
Yep. But we'll enjoy shortly. There we go. How's it going, chaps? That one wasn't anything like close enough to hitting me. Nor was that. I'm fairly obvious, like, I'm glowing a lot. You'd think that their aim would be better. Why was she carrying a Prismere hammer if she was wielding Feyblades? Longsword of Radiance. That will just do extra damage during the day, I think. So there's this and this I want to find. There aren't a lot of people here, you know? Neither Tuatha nor... That's Palestone, okay. People attempting to make the assault. Aha. And I think that's everything. Other than the 2 trolls, which I'm not going to bother letting out. Yeah, so I'm entering the northern door. And coming out the southern door. I think someone messed up a little bit there. Unless this place is vertically flipped and I'm running around upside down. That'd be weird.
Children of dust. Sorogwet? Oh, thank you. Thank you. Oh, now that which is evil can be done away with. Now to the mortar and pestle with the Saragwet. A dash of powder here, drop of potion there. Here's the potion. Drink this, and you will be able to shut down Anira's magical barrier. Destroy her, mortal. End this.
Will do.
I feel safer already in this place, knowing there is someone who can do what must be done. You have earned the trust of all 3 of us. Please, use this, and the things we have rewarded you with, to destroy the Witch Knight.
And the things with which we have rewarded you. Although, I mean, you're not ending a sentence with a preposition there, but like the structure would be better, I think, if you just moved the words around a bit.
Use this workbench to craft some of your own if you wish. As hard and cruel as the spear she wields, all here fear her foul moods.
Ah, she uses a spear, does she? Right, let's sell junk.
Not far from here. Large and obtrusive, it will be blocking your path. Can't miss it. Be safe, and cut her down swiftly.
I shall.
So long.
Be both of those, yes. So, I'm not actually going to use the daggers. Even with the benefit of the weapon gemstone. Okay, I can just disable the barrier. It's not like I'd need to open my inventory, find the potion, drink it, and then like jump through the portal. I just run up to the shield. I just run up to the shield and thing at it. So I'm not actually going to bother using the daggers I got. Which way is she facing? Oh, she's facing this way. And also a bunch of things have just spawned in, so I don't actually think that I could sneak up on her at all. I probably could have done if not for the Tuatha who've just appearified themselves. I could turn myself invisible and sneak behind these two. If I did that, I'd be in her view. Oh well.
Ready to die?
Feel Tirnoch's wrath.
No, thank you. I have someone else to deal with. Huh, that's weird. This idiot's staring at this pile of Prismere. Oh, and she's forgotten about me. Handy. Now I can sneak up on her and apply these demon horns. At least I think I can sneak up on her. Yes. I believe I can. What if she's got anything I pickpocket? Yes. Can I take her? No, she doesn't. She's not wielding Feyblades, is she? Alright, well, let's junk them. Precision means chance to critical hit. I could break them down. I've offered them. And then... Bye! I do so love the stupid stealth and line of sight in this game. It's so stupid, it's so silly. Oh, none of them are looking this way. That's handy. Should be able to take them all down then. Stab. Haha! I'll have all of that. Are these ingredients? Hold on, I'll just add to junk and then take all. Are these ingredients for the master makers here? Paragon staggers, what are those? Damage versus Discara. Yeah. Elixir, don't really care. Add to junk and then take all. Nice. So, huh. I wonder why she's now got the gold ring. Heroes shall not pass. Return. Oh, I need to return to her. I will bring word to Master Kiftel that the witch knight who terrorized the master makers for so long is now dead. Well, they can probably tell. I mean, the Fae are creatures of magic, and they each know that they had a spell on them, courtesy of Witch Knight. What's her face? Anira. So they can probably tell that it's been lifted. Not sure why I need to go and let them know. Surprised I don't need to go and let all of them know. Individually.
It is done then. I free? I can hardly comprehend this. It has been so long, so much time, wanting to die. Free as we are, all our resources are down here in these ruins. I think perhaps we will stay a while and see who it is we can really be. We must take this as a token of our gratitude. It is from all of us, we three.
Cool, thanks.
You've made this place more of a home than the prison it once felt like. We will stay here in this, our new home, and do what it is we do best. Please, come see us down here when you have need of our services.
Cool.
How the darkness has been lifted from my mind with the defeat of Anira. I can see more clearly than ever. I will be able to use my skills to heal now.
Nice. I'm glad she no longer craves death.
So long.
So we got given a hammer. Nearth's hammer. Better than Belne's daggers. Bit of a shame. It's like a steel hammer, but different colours. Maybe? I haven't really spent much time looking at the hammers, to be honest. Used by Nearth. Nearth? The hammer of the House of Vengeance to attempt to kill his master. Finally, with his renouncement of his position, the hammer has been passed on. So, cool hammer, but I don't think I really have any use for it. Demon's Horns, add to junk. Hopefully they won't take it personally if I'm just like...
recall how all this began. Surely I am fortunate to have met someone like you.
Hopefully she won't, or they all won't, take it personally if I'm like, thanks for the hammer, have it back? Could I have gold instead, please?
Farewell.
There we go. The fact that the crystal grows into arcs is really weird to me. Although in fairness, I'm not someone who has done any amount of study into how crystals grow. But I really don't think that that's how they would do it normally. Got the Prismere Basin here, and Agarth, who is chilling down here for some reason. Oh, he's supposed to be up by the entrance, is he? Aha! It's been a while since I've done that. It's been a while since I've needed to. So what do we have in here? Tuatha, lots of Tuatha. Spider sack, that means spiders. The fact that they're patrolling is unhelpful. But should be able to get these guys. Before the other one comes back, hopefully. Just take her cuirass. Backstab her.
I wish to taste your fear. Fear Tirnoch.
How is she not dead? Is it because there was a physical object technically in the way? Is that why I couldn't backstab her? Fucking weird. Oh well, it's not like it was a difficult fight in the first place. It's just irritating that I wasn't able to finish her off with a stealth kill. Yeah, let's come this way around. And hopefully this jump point goes this way. But if it doesn't, then it's not far to come back to come this way around, eh? Right. Oh, I thought that was an arrow pointing down, like to indicate that there was a quest objective. Ooh. Juggernaut Chaucer's armor. Oh, these are plate pants, aren't they? Have I got a Juggernaut chest? Adapted for smaller frames from captured Jotun enchanted armor. Block efficiency, physical damage, armor, health regen. I mean, it's nearly 100 more armor, but I like these effects more than these ones. The physical damage is good. I'm not focused on physical damage, so yeah. If I hadn't seen Spider Sack on the map here, I would have gotten a clue by the spider webs. How many are we going to meet? Ooh. Reaper's boots. They're not as good. They're finesse boots. They do seem to be of a style with these though, don't they? Similar colours. Assassin's boots named for Belene's herald and messenger. Critical hit damage, armour, piercing resistance, health, chance to critical hit. Doesn't give me loads and loads of health and mana and armor, so back to the Prismere, I think. was a bit premature, wasn't it? Maybe they're hungry. There's a healer down here. No, this way. There we go. Ah, of course it's a Fae. I don't think I'd have any chance of finding a living mortal down here, would I? Oh, right. Oops.
Yes,
How's it going?
it is good to see another in this place. I could not bear to see all the pain being caused, when I am the one who wishes to remove pain. I tried to help above. When I was attacked by Tuatha, I found shelter here, and now I'm afraid there is still madness above.
Yep, lots of it. Luckily, I don't need any healing just at the moment, but it's good to know that you're here.
It may seem unsettling that I would take solace in a place like this, but I have time to hone my talents. Time away from the madness above.
Yeah, these definitely have dread scale scale patterns on them, don't they? Not quite the same as normal dread scale, but similar.
The Tuatha tried to punish me for being a healer, but I was fortunate to escape to this place. I do not know what will become of me. Only that I wish to stay away from any Tuatha that may be nearby. I have seen them, the things they can do. It was why I chose to help. And then, the things they did to me just because I was helping. I thought perhaps I would stay away, down here, but every place I find seems touched by Prismare, so I stopped searching.
Interesting to note, there is no Prismere on the Western Phalanx. It's just here.
See you again, mortal.
And there isn't, if you don't want to go all the way over there, there isn't much, or in fact, I don't think there's any Prismere, well, growing out of the ground, certainly, up in Cluricon. You could go to Cluricon, to the House of Sorrows. Not that there's many people there anymore, but or any people, in fact, but there are at least buildings that you could visit. Stay at. Find shelter in. I thought that would be a area to cut, because I think there have been like 2 web barriers in the game that you needed fire to get through. For one in Alistar Tower, in the basement of it, and another somewhere in Webwood, I think. Appropriately enough, but after that it seemed like they did away with barriers that you need a particular element to cut through, which is a shame, because it would be nice if they'd come up with other things like a barrier that you need ice to get through, or lightning. Oh, you waited a bit late, didn't you? Don't want any of that, thank you. Oh, this is a jump down point. Okay. So I probably should have jumped there, and that would have spawned them in. And then when I came up here, across this, 2 spiders would have spawned in front and behind me. In front of and behind me. Nice. That's really pretty. Oh yes. I came along here and didn't notice that this is where that lets out. I thought this was just a bit of a weird section of cave, I guess, that was a dead end. Didn't really think about it. Oops. Sneak up on him. Bit of a surprise that there's no others here. Just him and me. Now just me. Lachlan's shoes. They look like mage shoes. Let's see. Yes. Oh, they're nice colours, aren't they? I don't know what the cape at the back is about, but the front looks cool. Yes, even my boots have capes. I have mastered all Vrakor's secrets, Lachlan boasted. These relics were found unmarked among his ashes. The gods will not be mocked. Mana regen. Mana regen. Extra mana. Fire damage, ice damage, lightning damage. Chance to burn enemies when attacked. Okay. And there wasn't anything else, was there? This was just a jump point. Oh no, hey! Scarab salts. Very important. That's what we came into Prisma Basin for, and now we've got it. We can leave. Oh, oops. There we go. Missed one. So I think I'm going to quickly nip to Sea-Watch to put some of the things in my inventory into my stash, and also to visit the trader here and sell some things.
Here to haggle.
I'm here to giggle.
Business is booming. Especially good if you're into the black market, which I am, and then some.
Yeah, I think that's it.
Bye-bye.
And then there's some other things to put in the stash. Nearly full. I wonder if he's got any repair kits. I've got like 3 left.
Here to haggle. Hello there. Business is booming. Especially good if you're...
Yep, I know. He does. Splendid. Let's take all of them. And his lockpicks.
Been to the black market, which I... So long!
Well, at least he's not talking about abandoning his wife anymore, but he's still pretty awful, isn't he? Quite why we couldn't ask Brun the Bard to come and sell here, I don't know. He would have been far more preferable. Oh, he needed to run over to say hello. Watch me walk by. Oh, how did I miss this stuff? So, I guess just walk in? Are they not even gonna... Is it not locked? Oh, okay. I'm gonna be open with the proper key now. But wasn't there a cur to kill somewhere? I wonder where the hell he is.
It's a shame to ruin the stone gardens with blood. Let's see. We've got an aging hero and an ageless rogue and a faithless god among mortals. We might have half a chance, at best.
Okay, where is the cur? Do we need Agarth here? What's Agarth doing down there? The bloody weirdo. Come on, Agarth. Get your act together.
Looks like this is it.
I think a part of this is on me for doing it out of order. Like, I should have followed these guys up this path. All the way, rather than stopping. They all just gonna... Oh, cool, okay. They needed to come here.
Onwards! We're nearly there.
Sorry, just there's a pile of rocks that's calling out to me. I must rifle through it. Ooh, this is a lot of dudes, eh? Explode! No, thank you. Nuts. Let's see whether all of them together can finish off. Oh no, Agoth's finished that one guy off. Okay. Now we just need to smash the crates and loot the bodies. Good of them to wait for me, eh? They're gonna run past the Tuatha? Ignore them? Okay. I think I should clear the rest, to be honest. Well, I also want to. Amazing how I can roll out of being attacked by a bunch of different enemies and attack types, but not arrows. That's all of them. Thanks, don't want any of that. Oh. Managed to roll through the tornadoes. Oh, let's just repair everything. Rolling through the tornadoes doesn't usually work because they have a tendency to home in on you. Oh, they've already started fighting. Oh, okay. Cool, thanks. Lock me in an animation. Oh, nice. Blade Dancer's leggings. That's a lot more armor. Damn it. Moth. Damage with Fey Blades, daggers and Fey Blades. Chance to crit. Critical hit damage. The title Blade Dancer has been associated with the enforcers of several Traveller Hierophants in recent years. So this does me more armor and loads more damage, but not as much of these things. Should I go all in on damage? Oh, right, whoops. Didn't pick him up. How's the team doing? They seem to be faring well. Whilst I run about looting the place. Bit late for him, eh? That's a little bit weird. The skeleton, just with his arm out. Do you suppose the arm is propped around his ghost? In a companionable sort of way. I was hoping that they'd stop at the doorway, but... or had been hoping that they'd stop at the doorway up here, but... obviously not. I suppose I should probably go and... get involved for the end. You keep saying that. Makes sense that with all the Prismia around I'd find some harvestable Prismia fragments. You're a bit late for the party. Come on. I mean, I'm no better, but... Gonna run out of space soon.
You're going to burn.
Oh, that's a prisoner troll. Someone here in the, I think, iron or steel armor is doing remarkably well. Bonita, I choose you. There we go. What did I pick that up for? Add to junk. There we go. I don't think that I really need. Oops. 12 of them. I mean, I never use them, do I? Ember Eyes. Sky Blossom. That'll steal his shoes. To run back to these guys, eh? Okay.
Looks like this is it.
So my suspicion is that in fact Bhaile is a separate zone, or at least another large castle beyond the House of Vengeance, because I don't think that we're going to face Gadflow here. No, Cur of Vengeance. Oh, they got locked out. Were they supposed to be in here? Primary, icy. No, thank you. Cut that out, please. I wish this would let me roll the direction I want to roll in. Jesus. Would you let me get a move off? You fucker. There we go. Retribution's Greaves. So this is the full set, looks like. Of vengeance things. Hopefully leather, but probably will end up being plate or something. Magnon's armor. What that is. So, Wrath's Helm. Yeah, it's plate. First claimed by the Hooligan. By the Hoolgan. The Hoolgan the Hungry. Is it supposed to be Hoolgan the Hungry? From the corpse of an unnamed foe, the stone and steel plates of this armour were painted with blood every night for 6 months. The face spirals have since worn away, but now it greedily drinks any blood spilled by its master on their victims. So armor, physical damage, elemental resistance, ice damage. And it's cool that I've finally got a full plate set. And it's remarkable that it perfectly fits me, despite the fact that I'm a different species and a different gender. But hey, there we go. There's the full set of House of Vengeance stuff. But I like my stuff better. Do I want these or do I want these? These are better for... Well, are they better surviving? What does Magnon's armor look like? Oh hey, I think we've got the legs of this. Green and yellow. All that remains of the Almain warlord, Magnon, is armour stripped from his corpse and worn thereafter by foes of cruel tyranny. So I have 2 pieces of this stuff. Add that to junk. And I'm going to break that down. Or I was. I don't know. If it'll really be worth it. I mean, it probably would be if, like...
That was amazing. You're twice the hero I ever was, or could have been. Our forces can't keep going from here. We're stretched too thin, and we've lost too much. Sidon and I will hold the gate for you as long as we can. But Bhaile is nearly deserted. Head in, face Gadflow, end this.
Indeedy. I'll be right back. Yep, definitely.
Good plan. I promise not to die if you don't. Just make sure you put a stop to Gadflow. Do that, and I predict our future involves sharing drinks and war stories around a cozy fire.
Don't say that.
Trust me, I'm a fate weaver.
The last person that said I'd be sharing drinks and stories with him died. So I do want to run back to this stuff before coming back to here. Wait, hold on. Would it be... Oh, I can't... It would probably be quicker to leave through here. And assuming that I can... Well... I don't know that I can leave once I get to Bhaile. I don't remember what Bhaile looks like. Whether it's an exterior zone or not. If it's not, if it's an interior zone, I won't be able to fast travel from it. So I don't want to make the assumption that I'll be able to. But if it is an outside zone, then I'd be able to fast travel out into the entrance of the House of Vengeance in Amora. Should have stayed behind and looted everything and let them fight the NPCs. Would have been less toing and froing. But in my defense, I didn't know how long the rest of this was. Like, all I could see was up to here. I didn't know how much more there was of it. I thought maybe we'd be getting to the exit here and like fighting the cur around here somewhere, but no. This is quite a nice place. But it's really light and airy, despite the colours during the day. Stab. There's nothing to see. Worry ye not. I mean, I know that your friend is dead, or, well, ally. Hello. Rather spoiled my plan. Although, it doesn't appear as though the others have noticed on the other end of the hall, which is a bit hilarious. They're watching. Can I get around this way? Yes. Stab. Stab. And then steal all your things. Oh, we're still on the ice, aren't we? Door. Fate's Hand. Wonder what this is. Sorcery? Not a surprise. The Fate Weaver Artan Rana claimed to see the weave of this garment's enchantments on the patterns he saw within his own fate. Mana regen, elemental damage, mana regen per sec, lowered mana costs. That's quite nice. Those are probably pretty good if I were looking for cloth armor. And now we run all the way back. Doing stuff here obviously spawned in more, or created more spawn triggers, I guess. Big old keep, innit? Bit of a shame that it's been badly torn up by huge juts of Prismere erupting out of the ground. Yeah, I really don't remember what the next bits look like. I really hope that there's someone I can sell stuff to it through here at least. These do. Damage versus beasts and constructs, okay. Scepter of Perfection. Sorcery abilities, nice. Add to junk. Ah, inventory full. Okay. Well, what can I destroy? They're stolen, destroy them. What's this? Prisma Cuirass, destroy that. Destroy the minor potions. That's freed up some space. Okay. Ah. It is... Oh, maybe it isn't an exterior zone. This lot have died though, eh? Where's this ahead? No, I'm gonna... Okay, so I can fast travel to here at least, so I'm gonna come here. Sell stuff and then progress onwards.
Hello, friend.
Yes,
Quickly.
what's mine is yours. If I have something you need,
Before the attack
you're
gets
welcome
here,
to it.
Let's finish this!
That's all of them. Okay. Alright. I thought that would be her. Was that Ventrinio? Did she kill him?
At last! My deepest apologies for not being able to join the battle. Ventrinio was something of a hassle. He attacked me. It was only a matter of time before his greed got the better of him. The closer we got to Bhaile, the more obsessed he became with Tirnoch, and with harnessing Tirnoch's power, just like Gadflow did.
Yeah, super bad
That's
idea.
why he had to be stopped, and why we need to talk about our mission.
Yes, it's about time you actually revealed what was going on there, eh?
I wasn't sure I could trust you. You're not the same person you used to be. We're running out of time. I'll explain as we go. Lead on. I'm right behind you.
The winter court was still as fallen snow as the Jester danced and capered. Juggling knives and torches, he sang to his lords and ladies, but none smiled. Not an eyebrow raised as the snivelling Jester imitated the king, not even when he took the crown from his head. Because this was the day that Gadflow murdered the winter court. This was the day the Tuatha were born, and our people became a sacrifice for Tirnoch.
This smacks a bit of them not knowing how to tie things up with him and just being like, off screen, we're gonna kill him. Are these growing as I progress through the zone?
Fighting at your side, just like the old days, before you died.
Seems like as we progress through, it's causing triggers to happen that make things grow up through the or spawn in, I guess. Oh, hello. Talking of spawning in.
You and I carry on.
Don't tell me whilst we're fighting, you moron. I can't hear you.
Since the Alabaster Wall was young, the beautiful bone-white forest was a place of peace and meditation. No piercing birdsong nor heated word could find its way between the branches. Quiet thought prevailed until Gadflow shattered our land. The Tuatha's crimson axes chopped the forest for arrow shafts, and Tirnoch's Prismere spires rose up to consume what remained. Now our forest is shattered, and screams of warfare fill its boughs.
Gadflow. What a knobhead. Oh, that's going out through the wall, eh? Whenever you feel like helping out, eh? Are these...
When Gadflow's army arose, we recognized Tirnoch's tainted influence. Only a force like her could warp eternal creatures like the Fae. So you came to infiltrate Alabastra, find Tirnoch, and seal her away forever. And you used Ventrinio to get in, under the guise of being his assistant.
Are these guys wimpier than usual? Feels like they fell way easier than previously. Hello. I'm glad these aren't destroying the only way in. bit stuffed if they destroyed the bridges, wouldn't we?
Her prison, and the world would be her new plaything. You had to try, even though the Fate Weaver said you were doomed, as always.
Yeah, how about not running off?
The greatest heroes of winter have always fallen from the Vale's pale boughs, from Pietra the Keen to Hulgan the Hungry. When the Tuatha claimed dominance over us, heroes arose to defend winter. Gadflo laughed at their challenge and called up Tirnoch's wrath. In a second, our most loyal heroes were impaled by Prismere spires. Our heroes were gone, never to be reborn, and our people succumbed to Gadflo's madness.
Well, that sucks.
When I found you in Dalentarth, when I saw you had come back to life, I wasn't sure how much you remembered. I couldn't be certain you would keep our secrets. I considered killing you then and there. Nothing personal. You would have done the same to me. But then I saw what you had become. I saw the new powers you wielded, and I saw how useful you could be. No more delays.
Did you do something about that troll? Be useful if you want. Get out of the way, please. One archer to kill.
When I saw you capture the fate, I knew you were our only choice.
Yeah, this is really well put together, isn't it? Have her talk quietly whilst we're in the middle of a loud fight. Repeatedly throughout the zone. Because that's the way to get the story across intelligibly.
And so, instead of an arcane age, Gadflo would have an endless winter. Not the winter of the Fae, but of Tirnoch's making. Gadflo has seen the visions of annihilation, of a blissful void across the world. It is not the will of Own, but against nature. The ageless decay of our people has become a weapon against yours. You, the Deathbringer and Siegebreaker, the usurper of fate and twice born, must become the Godslayer.
Happily.
In happier times, the Winter Court would come here to bathe in the colors of the midnight gardens. Night violets and pale moonflowers blossomed on a field of bluest grass studded with frost. When stars aligned, the Aurora Borealis danced for the Queen herself. But now the Tuatha have crushed the gardens and planted only corpses. The fruit of their tortured garden is only blood red.
What's this corpse I've got on me doing? Of null skill. -3 to all skills. Seems like there's a variety of curse types.
Pathetic.
They're definitely dying easier.
Last time you came here, you were destined to die. This time, your destiny is up to you.
At long last, Gadflow has crushed the Winter Fae, and his Tuatha rules us utterly. No longer are we reborn into this world, unless his god Tirnoch wills it so. This monster has crushed us, and our kind shall pass from this world. But our memories might yet last. When Gadflow is gone, and his god is left for another people to ravage, I may be freed from my tomb, and then I may share what dreams we made. It is the only immortality any of us may hope for now.
It's a shame we aren't given the option of restoring things the way they were. Or at least similar to the way they were. I want to go and get this curse removed. There's someone in the Prismere Basin, and I don't know where the next nearest... Because going into the Prismere Basin means running through the cave to the healer and then back out again. Where's the next healer? It's not there. Is there a healer here? No. Oh hey, that's handy. No healer there. Odai's count, there we go. A healer. Isn't Odai at our
Hi there.
place in Sea-Watch? I'm not sure why this hasn't been updated to show Odai. Melsenshire then I guess probably the next closest area. With a healer. Yeah. The reason I'm not going to Sea-Watch is because
Hello.
it'd be a long run in because he's quite deep back there. Healer.
How may I help?
Thank you.
Stay safe.
Has he got loot?
This is no time to turn back. We've got
No.
to see this through.
Alright. Oh, good, okay. Expect anything back.
Now we have a chance to finally complete our mission. Let's put an end to Gadflow before his bargain frees Tirnoch on the world.
Sounds good. I expect the zone probably was bigger before all the Prismere sprung up. That's my suspicion. I mean, it would still have been a twisty, like, way around. But I imagine that here and... well, I mean, it's a bit difficult to guess. This looks like it wouldn't have been a big wall before. Maybe? I don't know, there's bits of wall in there still.
This must have been a lot for you to take in at once. But I need you to be clear on who you are and what you need to do. A lot has changed since you were here last. It isn't going to be as easy this time. And last time it killed you.
Well, I'm stronger this time.
Oh, she's a creature with incredible power. A dragon. But she is no simple lizard in some child's tale. She has a power rivaled only by the gods. Thousands of years ago, the ancient Alpha sealed her in the Amathen between this world and the world of magic. And there she went mad. As her prison weakened over time, she was able to tempt Gadflow into helping her gain enough power to break free. And if she escapes fully, it will mean the end of all mortal life. Tirnoch's revenge for tens of thousands of years of imprisonment. That's why people like you and I have dedicated our lives to keeping Tirnoch secret from the world. We were supposed to keep Tirnoch hidden from the world. Anyone who learned too much had to die. But when Gadflow found her, you were the one who volunteered to kill him and seal Tirnoch away once more, even though you were fated to fail. It took every trick we had to get you here the first time, and you still died. I don't know if you plan to be resurrected, but knowing you, I wouldn't be surprised. Everyone who knows the truth of Tirnoch will be dead, and Tirnoch will be sealed away once again. We can return to our duty of keeping the knowledge secret, assuming that's the life you want to return to. But if you refuse, then I'd have to make sure you never tell the truth about Tirnoch. Of course, I'd rather it didn't come to that. But you would have done the same. What are you, a moonstruck whelp? If you're going to waste time staring longingly at me, I'll gladly save us both the trouble and pry our eyes out now. To save our world, Gadflow has to die and Tirnoch has to be sealed away. You're the only one who can do it, and you'll probably need to be able to see. Now get in there, and try not to get yourself killed again. Lead on. I'm right back.
I wonder when the last save was. A couple of minutes ago. I could have a go at trying that conversation again.
This must have been a lot for you to take in at once. But I need you to be... A lot has changed since you were here last. It isn't going to be as... Thousands as a and if she... That's why people like you and I have dedicated our life. We were supposed... But it took... I don't know if you plan to be resurrected, but everyone who knows the... Assuming... Of course. I'd rather it didn't come to that. Huh. I have more important things to do than love. And so do you. But I do trust you with the fate of my world. It may not set your heart aflutter to hear it, but it'll have to do. Lead on. I'm right behind you.
Okay, apparently that's the success in romance in the game. Oops, no. Save game. Can rain. There we go.
You don't understand, do you? The power of Tirnoch. Yes! Return to Tirnoch! Lend me your power!
Seems to be a bit jumbled with his voice lines there. Great design there. Stop that. Bonita. These mines. That wasn't the real Gadflow. This is the real Gadflow.
An illusion. Something's not right. Where's Gadflow hidden himself?
I don't know. Is he really hidden, or is he dead?
If Gadflow isn't here, then he must be hiding further underground, someplace closer to the source of the Prismere. You needn't try to impress me, you know. Not anymore. Besides, we don't have time. Whatever bargain Gadflow made with Tirnoch, it's about to pay off. When that happens, the world will suffer her wrath.
I've got a feeling that he's going to go to Tirnoch for more power, and she'll just eat him.
In the heart of Alabastra is the former unseelie city of Bhaile. Beneath the Winter King's court, there is the cave of Amathin. It's a place of tremendous power. It is where Tirnoch is imprisoned, and where you died. Somehow Gadflow found a way to reach out to Tirnoch. Or perhaps she was able to seek out his twisted mind. She offered him power, and with it, he began the Tuatha. No wonder Gadflow thinks she's a god. We were two of the people who were supposed to keep Tirnoch hidden from the world. Anyone who learned too much had to die. But when Gadflow found her, you were the one who volunteered to kill him and seal Tirnoch away once more, even though you were fated to fail. It took every trick we had to get you here the first time, and you still died. I don't know if you plan to be resurrected, but knowing you, I wouldn't be surprised.
Yeah, you told us that before.
Then Tirnoch was right. Tirnoch is no god. She has almost as much power, and is every bit as dangerous to the world as any dark god. Her powers raised Gadflow from a jester to a warlord, and in return, his army would usher in a chance for her to enter this world and consume it.
Num 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 num.
She's imprisoned deep in the Amathin, but Gadflow's war has weakened her bonds. There's no time to spare. If she gets free, our world is lost. Let's go.
Just first, I want some loot. Robe of the Divine Grasp. And there was a couple more chests over here, wasn't there? And some Prismere. Damage at night, health regen, sagecraft. Dokafar crafted this brooch. Except you're wearing it as a necklace, not a brooch, but okay. To aid their kind in fighting off intruders beneath the surface. Cool. What's Saboteur's chakrams? Okay.
Tirnoch is held captive deep in the Amathin, but her prison is weakening by the moment. I can feel Tirnoch's eyes upon us.
Well, she'd better look away or she'll get them stabbed.
You've used your power well. Let's have a taste, shall we?
This is your end. She just poured out a part of the fates you've stolen and turned it against you. Perhaps it is not inaccurate to think of her as a god.
Come on, there we go. So there's probably going to be 3 of those tests. Maybe one in here, maybe one around here somewhere, or maybe it'll be... further in, I don't know. But what I'm expecting is that the first one was a might hero. So the next one will be sorcery or finesse. Sorcery? No, finesse.
No more delays. We cannot let Gad go free Tirnoch.
Ooh. Staff. And a scepter. Crude. Okay. Junk. 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 So the next will be sorcery. Is this my stuff? Is this what I'm picking up? The stuff that I left? That's finesse stuff. Ooh, what does this look like? That's quite fancy. The same armor, but all it does is increase the damage blocked, increase armor, and increase ice resistance. This shield, sent as a gift to Rathea on the eve of the Elf-Fey War, is one of only a few tokens to support from the Wild Alfar to their Dokofar kin. So the choice is between Winter's Respite, and Robust Prismare Kite Shield, which does the same amount of armor, gives me loads of health and mana, and helps me regen. So it's definitely this. I also picked up Robe of the Divine Grasp, which is just kind of a fancy robe set. The mage Zelek dedicated these relics to Lyria, his patron. An initiate of Vekreth slew Zelek, defiled them, and tossed them in a midden. What a knob-headed thing to do. Still not sure whether I want... Oh, it's not... Well, I'd be losing out on the health and the regen, but with this I'd get loads of armor and loads of extra damage. Maybe I want to front load damage. Let's go with this. Seems to be offset with this. You can see it's got similar colours, it's got the spiky bits, and the same materials. Yeah. I think I've got a pair of boots from that set as well, but I didn't care for them. Which way is the right way? This way, okay.
God flows prayers.
I've got no idea what she's saying to me.
Don't listen.
Might
You're
weapons.
the only one who has the power to stop her.
Let me tell you something. I've got no idea what she's saying because the game is not making it clear. So you don't have to worry about me listening to her seductive whispers because I can't understand what she's saying. Or maybe not seductive, but deceptive. Ooh, this is Prisma that's been infused with magic.
When you first came to the depth of your and you were so eager, play your role. Play
What does she mean by that?
I've got no idea. I don't know why I'm picking up crude Prismir weapons. They don't sell for that much, comparatively. It's not like I want to break them down for the parts. Oh, don't have any space left. I could just break them down. There's so much stuff. I'm just going to leave the rest. There really isn't any point in me picking it all up.
I gave you freedom, and now you have freedom, and now mine.
I gave you freedom, and now you have mine. Yeah. I realized that they were going for like a spooky spooky effect with the voice lines, but I can't really understand her, which kind of undercuts the choice.
Only you have the power to reseal Tirnoch inside the Amathen. I must keep the secret of her existence from the world. Once Tirnoch is pushed back into her prison, these caverns must be sealed. But that leaves one question. Can I trust you to keep Tirnoch's secret?
Yes.
There are things in this world that must remain hidden. If the power of the dragons were widely known, well, you've seen what has happened here. Gadflo tapped a fraction of her power. He upset the great cycle of the Fae and waged a genocidal war on the young races. Just coming in contact with her power managed to free you from fate's bonds. And if you can turn that freedom against her, she will have no power over Amalur.
So there's a couple of things. She said dragons, implying that there's more than one. Also, I don't know how the Dokothar count as young races when Aelin Shear told us that it was the Alfar who sealed Tirnoch away, and she's just told us that that was tens of thousands of years ago. To me, tens of thousands of years, implying at least 20,000 years, is not a young race. I mean, I suppose, like, humanity on Earth, for us, we evolved somewhere between 250 to 500,000 years ago. Are we a young race? I mean, maybe. It depends how you track the thing. And also, in comparison to what other races. There aren't any other races, sapient races on Earth, against which we may compare ourselves. But, is at least 20,000 years enough to say that this is a young race? I mean, comparative. Okay, so technologically, it appears as though the young races of Amalur are at about medieval sort of a period. And that's only about 1,000 years at the most ago for us. So in that sort of a time scale, however, from how long we've existed to now, going back enough to get to the Middle Ages is a bare fraction of the full time. So not as long ago as 20,000 years or more, but I guess we count as a young race then? By the game's logic?
Nothing like you has ever existed before. As always, there's no way of knowing your future. If you're victorious, it may be the last time you change the fate of the world. Even if you fall back into fate's weave once her influence is gone from this world, it will be a far better fate than what Tirnoch's emergence would bring.
Yeah. I think what ends up happening is that Tirnoch is the one controlling fate, so when we destroy her, fate just disappears for everyone.
That is excellent. After all that you've done, it would have been a shame for you to die a second time. If you do escape, I will be watching you. And know this, anyone who learns the truth of what happens here, I will silence myself. Go. Stop Tirnoch from fully entering this world. But remember, my blades will always be at your back.
Well, if you're always hanging out with me, you'd be able to step in before it gets to the point of blades, eh?
Tirnoch's power is immense. She just tore up a splinter of what you could have been and turned it against you. When she killed you, that much power must have torn you free of the entire tapestry of fate.
Yeah, and how much good did it do her to tear a small piece of my potential fate from me? Not much.
Nothing in the world is fated to stop Tirnoch. That's why you're the only one who has a chance. I'm just here to make sure you take it. This way.
Yeah, apparently I need to be standing in exactly the right place.
There's no turning back now.
Ooh. Got all of this. That's a lot of spiky red prismare, eh?
Bring me your power. Sacrifice yourself and seal the fate of your world. Seal the fate of your world.
Do we have to fight Gadflow again? Is there any chests or anything hidden around here? No. Can you get out of the way, please? Have you trapped me in the way? Thank you. Oh boy. If I'd had to have gone back because Aelin Shear was standing in the way. Reverted to an earlier save.
It's time to choose your fate.
That would have been super irritating. But luckily, no.
Amathin lies beyond. This is where the dragon will breach the veil.
Come forward, mortals. Behold the birth of Tirnoch. Attend your final hour.
My fate does not lie beyond those doors. You alone may change what is to come. Go!
Slowing me down with a lot of talk. I'd have been happy to jump in.
Ah, yes.
Let's go and dig back.
Welcome back, mortal. How does it feel, I wonder, to return to this place? Does the pain of your death still linger? Can you feel it echo through the air?
No.
And now, in this place, you shall witness the birth of Tirnoch, the destruction of the Alpha, and the dawn of the endless winter. Oh, yes, he comes. Tirnoch the powerful, Tirnoch the merciful. Qualla fella Tirnoch, qualla sera Tirnoch.
When has she ever shown mercy? Bit of a baseless claim. Oh, she's big, isn't she? Those are eyes. Betcha she eats him.
Tirnoch? Have I done well, lady? Are you pleased? Is it...
You have served your purpose.
But I have so much more to give.
Yeah, there we go.
And now, faithless one, you shall serve yours.
So, not really much point in me keeping that active. So let's turn that off. Planet is you've got a Tirnoch. Yep, spawn them in facing away from me. False. I think what I need to do now is start using reckoning mode.
Yes.
And then she'll summon Splinters of Fate and destroy them. And in so doing, recharge our reckoning meter. Cut that out, please. She's real big, isn't she? Come down here, you knobhead. I dares you. Not quite sure how I managed to get to across this gap. That's a big explosion. Good thing we can't fall off the edge of anything, isn't it? Get down here, you big lizard. Come on, F. Pressing F. Can I have the normal camera back, please? Can't fucking see where I am! Yeah, artificial difficulty by fixing the camera in a useless position. Thanks. There we go.
Impossible!
There we go.
How
Bye.
could we have known that this would be a new beginning? I wonder now if we should have foreseen this outcome, but who knew then what fate would bring? I would have liked to have delivered this message in person, to see you one final time. That, however, would have been complicated. The order to which I belong had other plans. Were you ever to leave the crystalline fortress? When it comes to you, though, it seems no fate is written in stone. It was only through my assurances that your silence could be counted upon that either one of us still draws breath. I trust you will not make of me a liar. Were stories of what we have seen to begin to surface in the inns and taverns of Amalur, I would be asked to seek you out. And as we both know, the next time you die, there will be no return. But let us not speak of this. Your life is your own. Go now, and see what fate may bring you, or what fate you may bring. Perhaps one day in happier times, you and I will meet again. Until that day, I remain yours, Aelin Share.
Obviously, spoiling. Well, not spoiling. Setting up for setting up sequel hooks. Mention of dragons plural. The organization to which Aelin and your character pre-first death belonged. That new beginnings thing that she said just then. But technical artist Felipe Pepe Noguera. Nice. Yeah, but unfortunately sequels never got made. As I pointed out several times, the zones got smaller and smaller as we got towards Bhaile and the end. And yeah, fewer and fewer NPCs around. The zones felt less fleshed out. What buildings there would have been destroyed, and or largely destroyed, and even Ventrinio, as I mentioned, his the end of his arc was just killed off screen before we arrive, and we get assured by Aelin Shear that he was up to no good and attacked her first, which maybe. But the fact that he was thinking about trying to harness Tirnoch's power, super bad idea, wouldn't go his way at all, would just backfire and be a massive problem for everyone else. So I probably would have killed him first, regardless of provocation. I mean, just saying, hey, I'll use this thing that your order is supposed to try and keep secret for exactly the thing that your order doesn't want it used for, would be provocation enough. Exactly the wrong thing to say to Aelin Shear, not that he could have known that, but or even near enough for her to hear. Yeah, I probably would have killed him as well. So not really a surprise, just would have been nice if we'd been there to see it. Or, been involved in the decision. I think that's probably enough. Destiny Defiant. You defeated Tirnoch and ended the Crystal War. That's an achievement. The enormity of these events will resound throughout Amalur forever. As a result of your actions, the world is now free from the constraints of a merciless fate. So yeah, Tirnoch was the controller of fate, and without her, there is now fate no longer. We do extra damage, we have damage resistance, and we just have extra mana and health. Nice. And we are now in a home in the Orbicant in... Well, it's our stash. In Rathir, I think. I think we just ended up back in Rathir. And here's...
Well, well, awake at last. You gave us quite a scare. But you're here and the war's all but over. So who are we to complain? I was hoping you could tell us. Sidon and I were fighting a few remaining stragglers when all of a sudden they started this unholy wailing. I guess you must have killed Gadflow, because the Tuatha started screaming and ran away. There are still a few diehards, but they don't have the fire in them, you know? Wasn't much longer before Aelin showed up, carrying you over her shoulder.
Impressive for her size.
Told me to watch over you, make sure you were okay. She left some kind of note for you, but I know better than to read a private message from the likes of her. There are still Tuatha who refuse to surrender, but yes, the war is ended. You should have seen the parade in Rathir. As for what's next, well, that's a tough question. See, a lot of the soldiers asked me for readings after the fighting ended, and try as I might, I can't see a fate for any of us.
Yeah, convenient saying that there are still Tuatha, but the fight's not in them. That explains why you would still find Tuatha spawn in various places around the world, mainly in Cluricon and Alabastra.
Tirnoch, you don't expect me to think that Gadflow's god was real, do you? No. No, impossible. Whatever happened down there, though, it changed everything. At least for now.
Yeah, maybe telling him I killed Gadflow... not Gadflow. Well, I did kill Gadflow. That's not... telling him that isn't an issue. Telling him I killed Tirnoch was probably a bit stupid, but... Oh, well.
I've been a lot of things in my life. A hero and a heartbreaker. A fate weaver and a failure. All at the cruel hands of fate. Until you came along, I never had a choice in what I was. Thank you for that.
No worries. Now, nobody has a fate. Bonza.
First she works with us, then she betrays us, then she saves your life. I admit I don't know what to make of that woman, but I feel like we owe her. Not that I'd know how to find her, or pay her back for that matter.
Just leave it, I think.
I've heard legends about it, but supposedly it's a deep cave beneath Bhaile. Either for the Winter King's meditation, or where they emerge after they die.
Amathin could have been... It's probably not the Winter King's Hollow, because if that were the case, he'd have to keep returning there to respawn. Respawn, basically. And if Tirnoch was imprisoned in Amathin, that would kind of create an issue where, like, every time he returns to the cycle and then returns to life, he'd, like, pass by her, be like, "Hey, how's it going? I'm gonna head out again." Maybe seeing the Winter King do that repeatedly is what drove Tirnoch mad, but I think it's unlikely. It seems as though probably meditation is what it was.
Last I saw him, Sidon was mourning at the House of Sorrows. I can't imagine what his people are going through. If you see him, give him my regards. The Winter Fae were a decent people. They didn't deserve what Gadflow did to them.
Agreed.
Well, ever since you came back from Alabastra, I cannot read a place in the Weave for anyone. Whatever you did, it didn't just win the war. It's given us all a chance to make our own destinies. Whatever you did to him, Gadflow is truly dead and gone. Sidon says he won't be reborn, although I don't know how he can be so sure.
Because he was destroyed by Tirnoch. Although, well, okay, first of all, we were destroyed by Tirnoch as well, but our soul was tied to the Well of Souls, so we were able to come back because what's his face? Hughes, Filmerus Hughes, was doing experiments on returning people to life.
You've all but ended the war, and you've surely changed its destiny. Every mortal in the Feylands owes you thanks. Sure, there are still Tuatha left here and there, but they've got no leader, and they don't pose half the threat they used to. There are still plenty of Tuatha, but without Gadflow to give them the word of Tirnoch, they've gone mad.
What difference is there? I mean, Tutarian, didn't I? Oh, the war and Tuatha. Okay. That were the two things. Those are the two things I asked. Okay.
So the gnarled madman didn't make it out of Alabastra? I can't say I'm choked up over the loss.
All right.
Good morning, ma'am.
Ooh.
Good to see you up and out of your quarters. This here is the lower hall of the Orbicant. The council has granted this rare honor in light of all you've done for us, for all of Alfar kind. They have also allowed me to offer you access to the reserve armory, if you would care to have a look.
I would like to sell some junk.
Ah, yes. It was she who brought you here, you know. Stood by your bed for almost a day, then left suddenly on urgent business. But that has always been her way.
Ah, so the Orbicant is probably the organization which hires her, employs her, sends her about her business, and me prior to my death.
I can't show you the upper halls or the council chambers, I'm afraid. But you are welcome here in the lower hall, and it is my special pleasure to offer you access to the reserve armory. The quarters you slept in where you recovered were once assigned to the late General Talera.
Ah.
They are yours now, should you ever wish to use them. Rare weapons and so forth, procured for Rathir's leaders and defenders. They must still be paid for, I'm afraid. But please,
fair enough.
Have a look for yourself. I do hope your stay has been restorative.
Oh, right.
Good to see you well.
Is the shop from which I may attempt to buy things. Oh, this is terribly impressive. Spy's ring. Welcome, nomads. We're basically at the end. We've defeated Tirnoch, and I'm just futzing around, talking to people. Platinum band, finesse abilities. That makes sense.
Good day.
You have space issues. Yeah, I don't have a lot of space in my stash or inventory either. I assume that's what you meant. Yeah. Yeah, not surprising. I mean, the fact that the stash has a limit feels arbitrary, just like your inventory having a limit feels arbitrary. Although I suppose if you have a stash, it makes sense to limit the inventory so that you have a reason to put things in the stash and make use of a thing that they've added to the game. But so I used up all of my Essence of Fate, or whatever the Fate bar is. Yeah, just Fate. To enter Reckoning mode to kill Tirnoch the last time, which means that we got a charge of 35% Fate for killing Tirnoch. Which makes sense. Yeah, sure, why not? And now we are out in Rathir. This is the upper area of Rathir, House of An1, and let's hand in the relics. I suppose if I'm just going to go over slightly, I could go and hand in that.
Mind your step.
Wow, that's rude. Do you know who I am? We can go and hand in the quest at Whitestone, I think. Hand out the death notices.
Hey! Oh, look what the dust brought in.
So it's done. Better you than me, I suppose. With the war still raging, there's always plenty of bad news to deliver. You should see the stacks of them in Rathir. Thank you. You have more courage than I do. And I've stared into the eye of the enemy. Take this. It's my weekly pay. I can't bear to feel its weight.
Yeah, good news. Crystal War's over. You don't need to go hand. Well, there probably will still be, as they're mopping up the last of the Tuatha. There will still be deaths, I imagine. Suncamp. So there's one last Cure Seeker reagent to plant, and I've got no idea where the last location is. I mean, maybe just searching the wiki will tell us. Amalur Cure Seeker. You know, the word Amalur is Spanish, and it basically means the same as Gaia or Terra. It's the word for pre-Christian polytheistic earth goddess. Gorhart, Canarok, Didenhill, which I think I've done. Ayton. Let's just visit all of them, I guess. Ayton. Where is Ayton? Ah, yes. Ayton is here. I think I've done that one. Yeah. a mare. I feel like I must have done this one as well. Yeah, no quests here. Tyrion's Rest. It's not Tirnoch, I've done that one. Done this one as well, apparently. Is it Didenhill? I've done Gorehart.
Yes?
Yes, it is. There we go. It was Didenhill. I hadn't been back here since way before doing picking up the quest Cure Seeker. So that's it done. Haha. And the rest of these are Whitestone Tarnished. Life's Work. Well, I don't think that no, let's do it. Let's finish this. So I don't mind going over a bit. I cut the last one short by an hour. Doesn't mean I'm going to go for an hour now to make this 4 hours, but this piece of paperwork was left behind by the officials of the Motors Mining Company, the gnome business concern once based in Apatir. Whitestone Mercenary stands next to the chest at all times. If you wish to steal the scroll without getting caught and the smoke bomb is not available, acquire a minor phase walk potion or higher. Wish would tell me where to find it. Chest in the Thirsty Wench in Whitestone. Oh, okay, there we go. So, back to Whitestone.
Yeah?
I think this is the Thirsty Wench. No, General Store. This is it.
Strange up.
Smoke bomb. Might as well have off with that as well. You saw nothing. Don't worry about someone creeping around here. And then the second one is the last of them. In fact, we just picked up a thing that we can read, didn't we? It happened last night, before the evening meal and before the briefing by scholars Julien and Imus. The experimental refinement unit in Snaketail Grotto has suffered a stress fracture in its base, causing a large amount of waste to spill into the underground lake beneath. This lake feeds right into the Snaketail River. I don't believe there is any cause for concern, but I shall keep informed of any developments. There is definitely cause for concern. Come on, open the web page. I know you're connected. I can see it. Bookshelf in a small tent in Sun Camp. That's not very helpful, but it will have to do.
What are you looking at?
Bookshelf. Bookshelf? Yes. Okay, so I need to sneak. Quest complete. Whitestone tarnished. Life's work, right. Other than that, the rest of these are money-making things. So, life's work. Hopefully these will not be unfindable. Hopefully they will be findable. I need Aelwald's notes and Wildfrold's notes. Ooh, whilst we're looking, I shall read the last of this story. It's too late. Nothing can be done. Even now, as labourers work to control the seepage, the damage is far beyond what we can contain. The refinement unit is spilling raw, unrefined Tyrenium into the water supply of Apatir, and even the village of Whitestone. 20 deaths have been reported so far, mostly Almain and Varani workers. I fear we may need to abandon the experiment, and possibly the whole operation. Yeah, probably a good idea if you... or it would be nice if you could, you know, reimburse the people who you've harmed by doing this. Aelwald's notes can be found in Scholia Arcana's West Library in Rathir, on the bookshelf to the right after entering. I wonder what the point in keeping any of these is now that I've got them. And Wildfrold's notes in the Luminary Leaf, Rathir, can be found in a bookcase immediately to the right when you enter. Taking the book is considered stealing. And Aelwald's notes are in the West Library in Rathir, on the first bookshelf to the right after entering. The library is across the courtyard from the building with Till's books in the long overdue quest. Note that this will be considered stealing if you have not yet joined the Scholia Arcana, which I have done, and in fact I head the Scholia Arcana now. So going and picking up something from here, hold on. Where's the last one? Oh, they're both in Rathir, okay. So, where's the Luminary Leaf? It's probably down here somewhere, isn't it? Luminary Leaf, there we go. This one. There first.
Do not miss Leogriff's many marvels.
And then up to the Scholia Arcana. Immediately to the right when I enter. but this is stealing. Oh, I need to wait for the smoke bomb to respawn or recharge. Wait for the cooldown. Ticking away slowly there. That's quite a recharge, isn't it? I suppose it's so you don't spam it. Nothing to see here. Let's have the gold coins as well, eh? No one's going to miss 100 gold.
City Watch at your service.
Yeah, so I've tried to find which one of these is the library. There we go. I've tried to find. Hey, something I noticed is that this makes the logo of the Scholia Arcana. You can see it on the door here, and the garden matches the shape. So I've tried to find a place I can buy Legend of Dead Kell and Teeth of Naros for Reckoning, not Re-Reckoning, because I know that Re-Reckoning comes with those expansions. But I can't. I did find a place that said that it stocked them, codes for the games, because they're not on Steam, but they didn't have them in stock, and I placed an order for both, and the site said things should restock within 2 to 12 hours, and I left it for longer than that, way longer, about a day, and it didn't restock. First bookshelf on the right after entering, so over here. Hello. Somewhere. Ah, probably this one. Earwold's Notes, there we go. And that's that quest done. Return to Oddworld. So I have tried to find a way to legally buy Reckoning's expansions. This is twofold. One, I don't want to stream a game that I have, shall we say, Jack Sparrowed, and also specifically for this,
make way for the arch sage of the Scholia.
Even if I did acquire different versions of the game, I wouldn't be able to access the saves of this character, so I would basically be starting from nothing, which is not a good feeling, and I would have lost the 140 hours that I've played, 130, 140 hours, I forget.
City Watch at your service.
So, like, even if I were to acquire the 2 expansions and play through the pirated version of Kingdoms of Amalur Reckoning, to get to this point, it would take me weeks playing outside of stream time, and I'm not going to do that. So currently, I don't have a way to get the expansions for this game. As such, next I shall be playing Divinity Original Sin 2, which I will be starting on Friday, because we've basically finished this game now, to the extent that I'm able to. Eowald's notes. These scribbled notes belong to the famous historian Eowald and are a partial account of the only battle ever waged between the summer and winter courts of the Fae. In 1230 BE, King Issa rose to power in Dalentarth. In his early years, Issa travelled widely through Alfaria and Fortinmar, posing as a Hiranar. I wonder what that is. On his return to the west, he accumulated a large following as a war leader and lawmaster, and he soon embarked on a campaign to conquer and unify the widely scattered local groups of Fae. After successfully conquering Dalentarth, he reorganized these local clans into the three great houses of the modern Seelie court, and brought civilization and Fae culture to the western Faelands. So one is the House of Ballads, one's the House of Enchantments, and I don't know what... Oh, House of Valor, right. Later, the body of Lord Own was discovered dead, naked, stripped of his potent enchanted armour and weapons. Lord Issa survived the battle, only to die a few days later after declaring victory in the Gardens of the Seelie, which were later named the Gardens of Issa. Before his death, Lord Issa ordered the plains searched for the page and the Talisman of Fate, but neither were ever found. I think Callus's notes. Gave his page the Talisman of Issa. Oh, okay, so page is as in serving page boy, not a page as in like a sheet of parchment from a manuscript. Okay, so this gets handed in here. Here we are. We've done your work for you.
This is a red letter day indeed. All of the greatest works in one place. Ewald, Dalston, you are a miracle worker, my friend. Here are some gifts for you. Take them. They pale in comparison to your good deeds, but they are all I have. Goodbye.
And that's that. So that's the end of today's stream and of our current possible play of Amalur. This will go up probably tomorrow on my YouTube, which is Vanilla Jester Gaming. Between now and Friday, when I'll be back on stream, you can find me on Twitter at Vanilla Jester, and as I said, I will be playing Divinity Original Sin 2. I will begin on Friday at around about 8 PM GMT. I've played bits of it before, mainly the beginning. Not super familiar with the game, and I don't know anything about how the story goes, so we will be experiencing that together, unless you already are familiar with the story, in which case fair enough.
Hi.
I'll be doing research on the choices I can make throughout the game between now and then, but until then,
Hello.
I hope you have a nice time. In fact, whenever it is that you happen to come by me again, whether it's Friday, the next stream, or another time, I hope you have a nice time, and I hope you've enjoyed the stream, and goodbye.